Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about my Facebook network map. I have four different groups and two subgroups. Each has, their own promoter, maven, or connector. In my family group, my dad is actually a little bit of everything. He's in the energy industry and he's been doing his job, which is kind of a marketing energy guru, and he is very knowledgeable at what he does. So, in a way, there's a lot of people that go to him to learn a lot more about the energy industry. He holds his own training sessions and has become such a great speaker that he's been able to really promote his business and grow his business because of that. Because he's been able to really do a lot of trainings, and people have requested him to go to conferences and to other areas of the country to run their trainings. He has made a lot of connections throughout the United States. So he's definitely a great person that people go to a lot and often to get, some ideas or feedback on how to promote their business, to learn a little bit more about the business itself, and to ask for connections since he has made a lot of connections around the world. He knows a lot of people, so definitely someone to have around in my family and a great resource, not only for me and his family members, but a lot of his friends and other people that he works with. I do have another promoter in my family, and that is my cousin Stephanie, who actually lives in Colombia. She is a designer, so she is constantly traveling around the world to promote her designs and her fashion line. She's also the person I go to whenever I am in Colombia visiting family and friends. She is the one that really knows all the hot spots, any good restaurants that have popped up in the area, and also she's the good person to go to for nightlife suggestions. So she's definitely great to have around. Next up in my ladder circle, my colleague Mary is a little bit of a maven and connector. She is great at event planning. That is actually what she does at work. So she's the go-to person when it comes to planning social events for the employees of the company. And when the company needs her to plan, any big major events that we will be hosting, she's really the one that's setting it all up. And I think with doing that, she's gotten to know a lot of the employees of the company. So she's a great connector. She's the one that people go to when they kind of need an idea of who to approach when they need to talk to someone or they'd like to meet, other employees in the company. She's the one that would know really in which direction to direct you over to. With event planning in mind, my sister from my Phi Sigma sorority days back in Quinnipiac, my friend Lauren is actually a huge event planner. She does a lot of social events for her nonprofit company that she works for. She actually is a great person to go to for suggestions of nonprofit organizations that people want to either volunteer in or find some work in. She's been, in the nonprofit business for a while. She actually did do a lot of the event planning for our organization back in our sororities. So she was definitely a great connector for that as well. She knew people from other sororities on campus and other sororities and other schools in the area. So whenever we did want to have events with other sororities at other schools, she was really the one who was planning all of that. And to this day, she's still planning get-togethers and happy hours for a lot of the alumni in the area. I studied abroad in France and met my friend Kelly, um, who at the time was from Utah, and she was definitely very well known for, knowing everything about movies, new books, good music. She was the go-to person, and I noticed that because as my roommate, she always had people coming over to our room asking for suggestions. So she was definitely a great go-to person that was very well aware of what was going on in that industry. She actually does live in New York now and currently started an internship at Merrill Lynch, where coincidentally my boyfriend Rob actually works. He did go to Quinnipiac and majored in finance, and is very he's excellent when it comes to financial advice. He's had a lot of knowledge on it, so he is definitely the go-to person that not only myself but a lot of my friends and family have approached, so we can get some feedback and some ideas of how to set up our 401ks, or when it just comes to financing in general, he is a great resource. So within my groups, I definitely have a lot of great promoters and mavens as well as connectors, and it's great to know that they're there within just one social network. I do think that once in a while it's good to, have a break from all of these social networks. In the episode of Parks and Recreation, I think it's actually really funny how even without any of that technology, he just kept talking about every site or every social media site that he was part of or that he really uses on a day-to-day basis. And I think, after a while, it's really nice to kind of just turn everything off and take a break. I think it could be a little bit too much and overload for sure. So it's definitely nice to, take a minute or two for yourself and just kind of breathe and take it all in. But yeah, that is that for all of my groups and in within my network. I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend.